Introducing the Antipocurean Series, a high-level annual event hosting international chefs visiting iconic New Zealand high country farms. Hence, the Antipocureans, devoted to, skilled and knowledgeable in the unique cuisine of the Antipodes, namely New Zealand.
So we've got some fantastically trained chefs, top of their game, and these are the people we really want to show exactly what kind of produce that we can produce in New Zealand.
In this inaugural edition, they span the Canterbury and Otago regions to encounter progressive farming at its best. At the helm is the Alliance Group, the only red meat cooperative in New Zealand 100% owned by farmers. These skilled and passionate professionals are dedicated to producing the finest quality lamb, beef and venison, which the visiting chefs are here to cook and taste.
The areas we're going to, the farming is all about the groundwork you do behind. So the level of science and technology that goes in, so then we can actually let animals be animals. It's not until you're standing here with the mountains behind you and the braided rivers flowing that you actually start to appreciate really what we mean when we say free-range farming.
With a week-long calendar showcasing top-notch New Zealand cuisine and wine, these stars of the chefing world will be left in no doubt about the quality products on offer and the integrity of their source. Top-notch farming in this epic land is all about cutting-edge breeding science and environmental stewardship. Here, premium breeds, like the Merino, are perfectly adapted to high alpine country, with a finishing flourish on well-tended pasture.
It's a bit like the kitchen. It's got two sections in it. It's got the savoury section and the meat stuff, which is the hard country, the hill country, and then it's got this better stuff down here that we've developed that is where the pastry cooks work, and it finishes you off and fattens you up on all that sugary stuff.
With the end product in mind, this mixed high country diet infuses multi-layered flavour reminiscent of its origin. A principle that extends to the other part of this iconic high country station. Hand-picked 55-day aged beef is an embodiment of the farm's motto, quality is bottom line.
We've put a lot of work into our cattle in breeding, getting intermuscular fat content up in those cattle.
The resulting wet aged meat features high marbling and unparalleled succulence and flavour. Some of the chefs get their chance to trial the product for the evening special function. On offer is a ribeye, hand-picked for its outstanding 4+ marbling score. The rest of the chefs get to sit down and enjoy the stars of the show, perfectly wine-matched with the farmer and invited guests. Here in the Alpine Zone at Minaret Station, a combination of selective breeding and the free-range life produces succulent, tasty, healthy lamb.
We needed a sheep that could have its lamb on this sort of country, and then when they're weaned, for the ewes to go into the high countries.
The objective is to breed fat back into the meat, creating 1, better survival odds for the sheep in the cold mountains, and 2, making it more nutritious for human consumption.
Putting the fats back into the lambs and making them good fats, for us it was a windfall gain. So these are the last of the lambs, and they're just finishing on chicory.
A feed of chicory sweetens up the lamb and gives a natural boost to its omega-3 levels. And what better place to taste it than at the station lodge?
We add fat to the pan. Why add fat to the pan when you've already got it in the meat?
We've gone for 30 years of outbreeding the fat in things, and then all of a sudden you've got something that's super lean that doesn't taste of anything, that's hard to cook. So it makes sense to put that fat back into it.
Nice and tender.
All of the farms selected for the Antipocurean Series adhere to the fundamental of working with habitat in its most natural state. This Savina venison grown in the South Canterbury Hills is no exception.
This is a really wonderful property for deer. They fit the environment so well, and they're able to display their natural behaviour. It's really important to us that we leave the property in a good state, or we farm it sustainably. So we've fenced off waterways and wetlands, and the aim is to have the water that leaves the property being in great order.
This extraordinary appellation for premium pasture-raised deer results in a lean product with a distinctive yet delicate flavour. Selectively bred, free of hormones and antibiotics. And with the best genetic traits, these animals are a prime example of responsible land use in harmony with best practice farming.
It's a very common sight to see those triangle heads appearing at you from over the top of the hill. Our aim is for them not to have a hungry day in their lives.
At the end of the day, the message is clear. Selective breeding and free-range farming is a winning combination.
Every corner we've gone round has been a different experience. That's what, it's just amazing. You're very lucky over here.
The South Island's terroir and the products it fosters is undoubtedly impressive to these food experts.
It's like a world of its own, and it shows in the produce as well. You know, what we've tasted while we've been here for this short time is amazing, and the passion that the producers have got is second to none. I've never come across anything like it before.
I didn't met one person that didn't care about their land. So I think that's very important, because people make the difference in everywhere, in every situation.
It's cool to be here witnessing the beginnings of something that's pretty exciting.
I've never been to New Zealand before, so now when I'm here I understand it's all of the grass, all of the chicory that I plant and everything, you know. Yeah, pretty amazing.
After such a successful week, the next chef intake is being greatly anticipated. So stay tuned for the next addition to the Antipocurean Series.